And we're back with the next episode of Hero Comics Best and Worst. Best and Worst. This is the Best and Worst of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. First, before I begin Best and Worst, I want to talk about the first of all, crappy, annoying issues with my Hypercam. Thankfully, we're going to resolve that by getting another computer. But anyway, a PC. Do me wrong, I like my Mac, but shoot, PC. Anyway, well, basically the main issue was that during my Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, how Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is good video, you might have been wondering why the sound went off. Well, basically, I have this new microphone I got for $10 at Target. You can go check it out. But anyway, the issue with it is that it has a sliding on and off switch, where the off switch is where you have to slide it up to turn it on, to slide it off down to turn it off. And I guess apparently I accidentally slid it down to turn it off during the video and didn't really notice it. But that hopefully won't be a problem this time because I've made sure to tape it up in the on position. So hopefully that won't happen anymore. Anyway, back to the review. Get that up. Yeah, there we go. Back to the review. Back to this and worse. The best thing about Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric would have to be the fact that you could play as Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, and of course a newer, more complete version of Sonic, more interesting version of Sonic. Now, let's get the characters. That's the best. The characters are the best thing in my opinion. The playable characters are the best thing about Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Let me see here. Basically, let me just talk about the good ideas. Sonic can kick. Now, that might not seem like much, but it's pretty awesome in my opinion. Since okay, here's the deal. Think about the ideas, how that works. Sonic has strong legs. He can run super fast. Of course, he should be able to kick. Shoot. That's awesome. You know? Now, he was able to kick along Sonic Lost World, but that was just like, not my favorite thing because it was like sometimes the kick is more powerful. Why? How? Let's see what is powerful than the spin dash or the homing attack. Let's try to figure this out, which one is which. Homing attack, in my opinion, is that Sonic, or another hedgehog of his size and weight, basically jumps up in the air, curls into a ball, and then flings all 40 pounds or whatever of his body into the enemy with steel hard spines or chaos control infused spines or whatever energy into an enemy and smashes into them. All right, that's very damaging. A kick is he's flies into them, jumps into them with his foot extended, so it hits them with just a foot. In my opinion, at least in Sonic Lost World was. In this game, he does spin kicks. In my opinion, are much more useful. But anyway, so that didn't really seem as powerful. But then there's the issue of he can kick one enemy in Sonic Lost World and then knocks it to a bunch of other enemies and knocks them over. Just like in Mario when you kick a shell. Similar things like that. That's something, but still, I like this guy kicking better because it's he can spin kick and it's like like my weak attack, that's fine with me. That's fine. Then you have Tails who can throw bombs. He throws bombs. Yeah, Sonic does 62 bombs, but in this one he throws bombs better. He throws one bomb that goes right at the target and it hits him and blows up, and doesn't make a bunch of rings you can't get. Unlike a Sonic 2006, which is horrible, which was really horrible, and of course slowed the game down. It was crazy. And of course he should be able to do that. And of course he makes little robot bombs that can run into different things and blow them up. Of course he should be able to do that. He's Tails. He's a smart guy. He should be able to do that. He invented things. In Sonic Lost World, he said, Sonic Lost World references. That's the way it is. But he said in Sonic Lost World, he did say that he did make a computer out of paper clips once. So I'm like, there you go. So he's very smart, and that's the way it is with him. Knuckles, they change Knuckles' design, okay, to make it so he, probably so that he's the guy you punch with and climb walls with. And I'm actually okay with this because, makes sense. He should have strong arms to be able to do that. So there you go. It's something that's okay. It's an okay thing. Knuckles, that change, in my opinion, is an okay change for Knuckles. Not my favorite. Not my favorite thing ever, but I'm okay with it. Unlike the other change, which is one of the worst things about Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which is the fact that they made him an idiot. In Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Okay? In Sonic 2006, yes, I'm using Sonic 2006 as a positive reference. Knuckles was able to tell the difference between Mephiles and Shadow, who are two black hedgehogs. He's like, hey, that guy looks just like Shadow. He knew that was not Shadow. Okay, in Sonic Boom, there was very early on. There is literally a moment where Amy says, "Hey, Knuckles, you have to go to the left." He's like, he has to put his hands out to figure out which way is left. What the heck is that? Then there's another part where he's like, "Okay, Where on Tails is like, all right, we have a lot of problems to deal with, but we're gonna deal with this problem at the present. For the present, he's like, and then Knuckles actually says, "There are presents," And I was thinking, okay, maybe he's joking, It's like he was gonna be like, just kidding, guys. And it's like they'd be like, Knuckles. It's like, but he didn't. He wasn't joking. He wasn't joking. He really was wondering if there were presents. What the heck is this? To me, Knuckles was Aquaman. That's what I call it, Aquaman. In my comments, about this, Knuckles got Aquaman. The issue with Aquamaning is that a character is awesome. A character that is awesome, like Knuckles and Aquaman, was made fun of in a show or game, and then they decided, okay, you know what we're gonna do? Just that's the way he is. We're just gonna keep going with that. Someone else saw that and was like, okay, we're gonna just keep going with that. Same with Aquaman. Aquaman, if you don't know, is actually awesome. To me, in my opinion, he's basically like Superman but underwater. Okay, uh, he is so strong, so powerful that he can actually, hang out, walk around on the bottom of the sea without being killed. Okay, that's just one of his powers. And of course, he can breathe water and just hang out, talk. He breathe water and talk to animals, to fish and whatnot. But still, he can walk around underneath the water, at thousands of feet, at the bottom of the ocean. He can go to that crack in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, that they put the Decepticons into at the end of Transformers 1. He can swim down there. And it won't hurt him. Okay? If his son, Aqualad, drops something, or whatever his name is, drops something, dropped a toy into that, okay, into that crack, Aquaman could just swim down there and be like, oh, I'll get it, swim down there and be like, and grab it and be like, oh, they got the toy. This is a very interesting place. Have to come back here sometime. Swim back up. No big deal. If anybody tried to do that, anybody else tried to do that, anybody human at least, they would die. They would be squished to the size of a grape. It was like, there you go. That's thousands of pounds of pressure all over his body, and it doesn't hurt him at all. It's normal for him. Oh my gosh. That's the issue. Knuckles is awesome. Aquaman is awesome. Knuckles is awesome too. Not as in that way, but still, he was powerful enough. The first time you saw Knuckles, he knocked Sonic out of super form. Okay, he knocked the Chaos Emeralds out of him with like one punch. Okay, Sonic was flying at him. So it's like both Sonic flying super fast and Knuckles punching. Still, he knocked him out of super form. Okay, to have him be an idiot like this is the worst thing. I will say, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, the worst thing. Well, okay, other than the glitches and the fact that it was rushed and that it seems to be like a movie licensed tie-in game for the Sonic Boom cartoon, which I hear is pretty good. I look forward to seeing it. I know I really have Cartoon Network. I need to actually get. I actually seen little pieces of it on YouTube, and that's great because it's a lot of fun, even with sticks. Especially, even with sticks. But still, this is definitely, shouldn't have been rushed, in my opinion. Those were definitely the worst things, in my opinion, about this game, or that it was rushed. It had actual glitches, and Knuckles is an idiot. Those are like the three big things that make me hate on this game. I'm still gonna buy it because it's a Sonic game where you play as Knuckles, Tails, and Amy. Even though it is on Wii U, my least favorite of all Nintendo game systems, because of the Wii U gamepad, which seems to be trying to kill Nintendo, destroy Nintendo from the inside out. I don't know why. It's already cost them billions of dollars. Okay, but that's for a rant for a different time. Back to work. Basically, still, yeah, those things would be the worst. But let's go back to the thing. Another best thing, Amy. You get to play as Amy. And yes, again, let's just go on a little bit of a tangent here. Basically, she is one of the only girls you play as in a console platform game I've seen. On Nintendo. Oh yeah, wait, you play as Princess Peach and Rosalie. Okay, I'm sorry, young girls with weapons. Yeah. Hey, Nintendo, you got any of those lying around? Any of those hanging out nearby? Just you put them in a game. Give the two Toads a vacation. Put two young girls with weapons, cute young girls with weapons in your next Mario game. 4-player co-op Mario game. Just to see how it works. You could do that. You could do that. See if people like it. If they don't, then you don't have to do it ever again. Just do it once, please. Anyway, Well, no, yeah, I like Amy because well, they made her less of a trying to hug and squeeze Sonic to all the pieces like Elmira, but still. She definitely. I think she's more now. Yeah, actually, I kind of like the idea of her being a little more toned down. Basically like instead of being like, "Oh, Sonic, I got you now, Sonic." Like, "Oh, hey, Amy, what are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, sorry, Knuckles, I got you now, Sonic." It's like, "Hey, Amy, what are you doing?" "Oh, sorry, Tails." I'm like, "Sorry, Tails." Like, "So I got you now." Like, "Oh, get off me." Like, I'm from the future. It's like, "Oh, come on." Not again. It's like, "Oh, Shadow." "Oh, crap, Shadow. I'm sorry." Just so bad. It just that instead of that, it's like might be like her just in the background, just be like, see Sonic go, "Let's go, guys!" Like, yeah, it's like, she'd be like, it'd be like, "All right, guys, follow me," like right behind you, like, "All right, guys, all right, Knuckles," like, "All right," so, it's like, "Tails, lead the way, I'm right behind you," and she'd be like, "I'm right behind you," Sonic, something like that now, probably, at the most, probably now it's like, "Oh, Sonic, yeah, you never cease to amaze." Well, I think I don't know. Yeah, she's kind of toned down a bit. More about the adventure, more about let's do stuff. Yeah, I'm liking that. She's more of a complete character, in my opinion. And of course her hammer has hammer combos. Of course she should have hammer combos. She's Amy. She uses a hammer. It's way better than Sonic 2006 because in Sonic 2006 the girl looked like she was tripping and falling to use her hammer. Okay, she ran slow and her double jump was like she jumped once. She could jump once. That would go kind of far. She jump again, and it go like really high, but only like an inch forward. And it was like, okay, you better make sure if you do that double jump, then you gotta be careful because if you don't do it right, you'll fall into a bottomless pit. So yeah, this triple jump. She has a triple jump. That's really, really, really good. That's better. And she has a hammer combo. At least she has a hammer combo. At least a hammer combo. I'm liking this. I like this a lot. So yeah, Amy's cool in there. There was some glitches. Well, I don't know about glitches, but there were some issues with not rushness of it, of the rushness of the entire game that made things weird. Well, at least in one epic lip syncing issue, in-game engine lip syncing issue with her. Where she just like says like, "Hey, son, hey, everybody, let's go." You just saw her just move out of sync with everything. But I'm like, yeah. Everybody was scared. People were scared about that, but I'm like, I'm not scared about that. I just, it's a rush. It's a game issue. That to me is the issues. So to sum up, trying to make this video this shorter, so I don't run out. My HyperCam doesn't mess up this time. Best that be that you can play as all these characters, and these characters have awesome ideas. That's the issue with Sonic Boom Rise. Oh yeah, the villain. The villain is obviously the Didact from Halo 4 in Snake form, who actually tries to kill the hero of our story before going off to do whatever the heck he's gonna do. Because he does. First, you saw Lyric shoot Sonic. Have his robot shoot Sonic, with a full volley of gunfire or whatever. So it's like, okay, I killed him. I hit him with, I shot him with all I had with my, I shot him and he fell over. So yeah, he's dead. Okay, let's go. Come on. Of course he's not dead because he's Sonic and he's awesome. Oh my goodness, how come people forget that? But still, it was nice to see. Unlike the Didact, who could force choke people, but then just like dropped Master Chief on the ground and just like, yeah, you can't do anything because you don't have the mantle. Even though you did get through all these robots, you could probably get through all these robots and think all these creatures again to get at me later with maybe even the mantle, or whatever. I could probably just kill you, but now I'm not gonna kill you because you're not worth it. It was just horrible. But now they did it better in my opinion, better than Halo 4 in that respect. Yeah. So yeah, all in all, best thing about Sonic Boom and Rise of Lyric, in my opinion, is that you can play as 4 different characters, and they're all pretty interesting in their own special ways. The worst thing would have to be that the 3 worst things again. There are actual glitches in here that the game was rushed, so certain glitches were not repaired. It's on the Wii U with the gamepad. The gamepad is annoying. In general, and Knuckles is an idiot. Should not be an idiot. Those are the 3 worst things about this game, in my opinion. Music, music is not that big of an issue with me, especially since I turned to music. Well, when it comes to game, well, there are games, music I really enjoy, like Star Wars Second Story, check it out. But when it's like, in the game, it can be good or not. But the issue is, of course, I try to turn down music now because I'm trying to get rid of a copyright infringement. So yeah, basically, that's the issue. But still, the music, blandness of story and character. That's not the best, but it's not like oh, this is a horrible story. Music is horrible. I don't want to listen to it. It's better than in my opinion. So there you go. So check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt, especially my A Simple Job, Aaron Utonium in A Simple Job on DeviantArt, and on YouTube, Stars and Staley in a Time, and Final Fantasy X. We will be getting back to that really soon. Might be a slower amount of less videos per day, but we'll figure it out. I just got school. See you next time. Because I got school and other projects I got to work on. See you next time.